Hello everybody, this is my Final Battle 2009 review. I just finished watching it. It was quite an eventful event. So yeah, I'll get straight into it. The sound quality was very poor. The video quality was very good. My internet connection isn't on par with a lot of people in the US with an internet connection, so I suffered from a bit of lagging. But it wasn't too bad. It was bad at some points, but yeah, I got over it, trust me. Started off with a pick six series 4-corner survival match. Kenny Omega versus Rhett, Titus versus Colt, Cabana versus Claudio, Castagnoli. This was a pretty standard opener. I thought it was fairly enjoyable for what it was. Short, got me into the show, and kind of showed me what the video quality was like. But it was lagging at that point. But as I watched, the lagging got less. I'd like to see how it was on DVD before I rate it. If I was to give it something, I'd probably give it like 2 3/4 from what I was able to see, which was obviously most of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't rate it at all. Next match was supposed to be Necro Butcher and Delirious versus Bison Smith and Erick Stevens, but Necro Butcher couldn't make it in, so they had Pele come out, and then he got destroyed, and then Bobby Dempsey came out, who was really over. Match itself was pretty standard again, 2.5 stars, enjoyable. Bison looked really good, he always does. I think Erick Stevens may have injured his leg when they did a claw slam onto Erick Stevens' knee, but he was limping around after that, so yeah, there is that. Next match was a fight without honor, Eddie Kingston versus Chris Hero. This match was fucking great. It was a really great brawl. They beat the shit out of each other. There was a moment where Chris Hero hit Eddie Kingston with a pile driver onto a guardrail that he put in between the top and the top and the middle rope, and the crowd went berserk for it. I mean, the crowd was really hot for most of this match. They were just eating everything up. But the finish was, kind of a conclusion of what Chris Hero had been doing for ages, which was, he was that knockout kid where he was knocking people out with his loaded elbow pad, and Eddie Kingston knocked him out with that, loaded elbow pad with a spinning back fist, which was his move. Really good. Wasn't the best match they've had, between other promotions they've been in, like IWA Mid-South and CZW and stuff like that, but definitely a match of the night contender. 4 1/4 stars for that. The next match up was Kevin Steen and El Generico versus the Young Bucks. This match was also very, very good. It started about 3/4 of the way. The lag got so bad I had to change my browser and it fixed. But from what I saw of it, which was 90% of it, I only missed like 30 seconds. It was really, really, really good. Kind of what you'd expect from a very spotty, high-paced kind of match. 4 stars for it. But the thing that you should know about this match is that wasn't the best part of it. After the match, Kevin Steen was the one who took the pin from a bunch of super kicks, and he was a real hot babyface in this match. And he cut a promo, and everyone thought he was going to be leaving wrestling because of a knee injury. And everyone was emotional, and he was getting Steen chants, and he looked like he was about to cry, and he hugged El Generico at the end of the promo, and El Generico looked like he was about to cry, and then he just said, "I hate you," and just booted him in the nuts, and Colt Cabana came out and he gave him a kiss on the lips. It was just really confusing, but it wasn't like the fans automatically turned on him and started booing. They were kind of just confused because it was such an emotional thing, and I really didn't see it coming, and I really, really thought it was well done, and how sometimes swerves should be done, where you kind of think that it might happen in the future, based off things that have happened in the storyline. They'll swerve, but then you get the idea, oh, maybe it won't happen at all, and then he swerves him anyway. So yeah, it was really well done. Like, you think, oh, it's going one way, but it goes the other. So yeah, I'm just rambling here. Next match was Pick 6 Series Special Challenge match, Roderick Strong versus Kenny King. This match, I got a bit of lag on this match as well, and it didn't help. But the match itself was an enjoyable match, kind of helped cool down after what I'd just seen previously, but the crowd was pretty hot for it. Kenny King is really great. He's like a better version of Shelton Benjamin. I think some people say he's more charismatic, but I think he's just all-round better, as I enjoy his matches a lot more. Roderick Strong, he was also really good. Sorry, my mouth is very dry as I'm doing this review. He was also very good, so like 3.25 stars for that. Really enjoyed it. But this is another match because of the lag. I'd like to see it again without such. So yeah. Sorry, my phone was going off there. Next matchup was supposed to be Jack Evans and Rocky Romero versus Teddy Hart and Alex Koslov, but it turned into Rocky Romero versus Alex Koslov because Teddy Hart and Jack Evans hadn't made it there at the time. The match itself, because it was an impromptu match, it was supposed to be a tag match, but they had to turn it to a singles match. It kind of just was there. I was expecting a tag match, but it was alright. I like Rocky Romero. I like Alex Koslov. So yeah, 2.5 stars for that. But then we had the American Wolves versus Jay and Mark Briscoe for the ROH Tag Team titles. This match was really good, but the issue was the fans really didn't get into it probably as much as they should have, and there was a lot of disinterest in it because everyone kind of knows how Briscoe's matches go. But yeah, it was really good, kind of what you'd expect from a Briscoes or American Wolves match, where it is high impact wrestling. Had a great finish with the Doomsday Device and the Briscoes winning, but there's rumours of them going to the WWE, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But that match gets 4 stars. Then Jack Evans and Teddy Hart showed up. Before that, Claudio Castagnoli came out with the Briscoes in the ring, celebrating with the tag titles. Then Chris Hero came out, beat them down. Kings of Wrestling reunion. This is great. Another tag team into the fold should be really good. I think Claudio's kind of floundered by himself. He was really hot for a while, but hasn't really had the follow-up he needed. Chris Harris, I think he may have just finished that young knockout kid type of story arc he was doing with the loss to Eddie Kingston via getting hit in the face with his elbow pad, loaded elbow pad. So yeah, it kind of fits that now they're coming back together because they've got nothing else to do anymore. So it should leave some good tag matches. I don't know what to say. I'm just really excited about it. Then we had Teddy Hart and Jack Evans show up and have like an impromptu match, but there was no ref, so it wasn't really a match. So I won't give it a star rating or anything. And then they cut a promo after the match was over. But the match itself was only like 5 minutes and very spotty. I would like to have them actually have a proper match. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see them come in and they were just wrestling in their pants and shorts, and and Teddy Hart actually didn't seem like an arsehole for once, which is really good. And I would like to see them back and actually have a proper singles match. Then we had the main event, and this was kind of where things went downhill. While the match, I thought the story was good, is in what they were trying to tell, which was Austin Aries trying to do anything he could to get out of the match, walking around ringside for as long as possible, trying to stall it for a draw, trying to walk out of the building and get counted out, trying to get DQ'd, trying to do everything. They didn't follow it up by having Tyler Black actually win. It went to a draw. It should have been an actual finish. The match itself, the crowd wasn't into it all. There was all sorts of stupid chants. There was one guy chanting, Tyler Black's the John Cena of Ring of Honor. So the main event while I think the direction was right, it didn't have the proper conclusion and the fan reaction it needed. So I'll give it 3 stars because, having said, without the proper conclusion, without the proper fan interaction, it really took a lot away from the match. So yeah, the event as a whole though, I'll give it an 8. And if you can order a replay where there will obviously be no lag, I do recommend it, or buy the DVD when it comes out because it was a really good event. If you watch it, let me know what you think of it and if you had any issues with lagging or anything you found funny about the show. I found there was a funny bit where I thought I heard what sounded like Adam Pearce say, get the microphone, Lagana, or something like that, referring to Dave Lagana. But yeah, 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it quite a bit.